Okay, so I think we all saw the Culture United live stream. It's a great thing, man. All these guys combining together, all these independent hip hop platforms. From Rob Markman, shout out to Rap Genius, now known as Genius, FD Signifier, Curtis King, Company Man, Professor Sky, Jeremy Hecht. I don't really know his platform, but I'm sure he does great work. But could I leave some critiques on this? Is that like, am I going to come across as like a bad person? Could I critique this just a little bit? I mean, I feel like this whole live stream was just, it's great. I love the positivity. It's great. Number one, you have a bunch of independents combining, looking like, combining forces, 3,000 live viewers, 30,000 on a video first day. All these indies combining together. But in terms of just watching the video, I've watched maybe like 30, 40, 50 minutes of it. It seems like everyone kind of has the same opinion a bit too much.
I agree with you 1,000%, dog.
There's a part they spoke about academics, DJ academics. They said everyone gives out their own hate speech about academics. Oh, he shouldn't do this. He shouldn't do. It's like the same stuff. They give an opinion on this. Everyone responds, well, I agree. Would agree with him. I say that, and I agree with him off this, and I agree.
I agree with you 1,000%, dog.
It's a lot of the same opinion. 6 people, same opinion on things. They should bring up a topic where people are going to defer just a little bit. That way we can get some debate, some discussion. That's where it's really going to become extremely engaging, at least for me. But maybe it's just me. Maybe everybody else wants to see the positivity. I'm the only one that wants to see the mess. I guess I'm messy. But me personally, I feel like people look at me like I'm a live wire on YouTube, which is strange because I'm not like that in real life. In real life, I'm very relaxed, even keel, laid back, reserved, some people would even say. Like you meet me, I'm the same way every day, whether I'm having a really good day or an extremely down day. Like when you see me, you talk to me, I'm like this, regardless of what I'm going through. But for some reason on YouTube, I come across like as a live wire. They need a topic that's going to bring out that in one of their main hosts. Something where people are going to disagree. Maybe it's just me. It seems like everything they spoke about, it was followed by, like, let's say if FD Signifier says something, then Curtis King will come in, which shout out to Curtis King. I've known Curtis King longer than anybody on this channel. And I've watched, it's funny, Company Man, Justin Hunt, when I first saw him comment on one of my videos, which is a huge blessing, I actually mistook him for this Company Man, which I watch a lot of the Company Man's videos. This guy, he just does business videos, and you guys know business and politics is my thing. That's what I studied in college. And he talks about how businesses succeeded versus how they failed, and et cetera. I thought it was that Company Man, but this is Justin Hunt. I also know this Company Man, but I know this Company Man a lot more. But FD Signifier says something, Curtis King, I agree, and then Justin, I agree with that, and then Jeremy, well, I agree with all of you, and everyone agrees with everything. It's like, again, maybe I'm just weird. Maybe my brain is too tuned to social media. I'm expecting too much bullshit. I just think it would be a little bit more engaging. What do you guys think? I know I'm like off on this. I know like I'm not going to get a lot of agreeances.
The loudest voices about certain things at some points shouldn't be the one speaking at all. And I say this from a place of knowing my place in this game a lot of the times. When you talked about like the internet culture and being a fan of things, sometimes I consider myself that, right? I'm an outsider. I'm a white Canadian, right? I love hip hop. I'm passionate about hip hop. I grew up on hip hop to some degree, but that doesn't mean I am of hip hop. So I think for me, I always take the stance of like, there's certain things that I'm unable to speak about, and I shouldn't be the loudest in the room.
So this is like the whole, I don't know. I don't really respect this, and I don't know Jeremy Hecht. I haven't seen his channel. I'm sure it's a lot bigger than mine. I recognize everyone here. I just don't recognize Jeremy Hecht. But I would say Jeremy Hecht, I'm sure you're studied in hip hop. Here's the thing that I have with white people in hip hop. Number one, I think hip hop is way too divided on racial lines. Like people say hip hop needs gatekeeping. It needs gatekeeping. The thing is, hip hop has gatekeeping. It's just not gate kept the right way. Hip hop is gate kept on racial lines. Oh, a white boy, Post Malone, came into hip hop and then he left to do other music, even though he was doing other music before he done hip hop, whatever. Well, cancel him. Hip hop, Post Malone, he sucks. We hate you. You're a culture vulture. It doesn't affect Post Malone at all. He goes on to become one of the biggest musicians in the world. It does nothing. It's a pointless gatekeep, and it's gate kept on the wrong lines. Country music, however, is gate kept, I think, most correctly. When you look at country music, Lil Nas X, you're not just going to come out and just create a country music song as a rapper and then just think you're going to get a CMA award or think you're going to be able to top our charts. No, you're going to need to do some legwork. Lil Nas X, you need to do some legwork. You need to feature one of our artists. You need to do some legwork in the country community. Maybe do a show at a school for the kids down here in the South. Then we'll consider you. What did Lil Nas X do? Old Town Road comes out. Who does he feature on the remix? Billy Ray Cyrus, a country music legend. Okay, now you can top our charts. We'll consider you. Beyonce, you're not just gonna come out with a country music album and think you're just gonna start running shit in country music because you're popular. You might get nominated for a Grammy. You're not getting nominated for a CMA. You need to do some legwork. Whether you think that's right or wrong, that's gatekeeping the right way. I low-key wish hip-hop was gatekept that way. Yo, XYZ, you think you're just gonna come in and create a rap song? You need to do a song with our legends. Do a song with Cool G Rap. Do a song with Kane. You need to do a little bit of work in the hip hop community. Do a show in South Central LA or in Southside Chicago or in Memphis, Tennessee. Do some legwork. Then we'll consider you in our charts. Then you may get nominated for a hip hop genre award. I mean, it's gatekeeping the right way. And notice how country music, it's not too far removed from the country music of 20 years ago. And I don't even think it's a racial thing in country music. The #1 song in America right now, as I post this, is a bar song, Tipsy by Shabuzi. It's a country music song. It's by a black man who also wrote on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter country music album. So I don't even think it's a racial thing. I think it's you need to do some work in our community as a country music genre. And I wish hip hop was gatekept the same way. So when I hear like, there's a difference between a white dude who doesn't know hip hop at all and wasn't raised on it, and between a white dude who wasn't raised on hip hop, but he studied it. Jeremy Hecht, are you a white dude? Yes. Do you know hip hop though? Yes, no. Have you studied hip hop? Do you know the history of hip hop? I don't expect you to know the details, Grandmaster Cash and DJ Red Alert and all this. I don't expect you to know the details. Do you know where hip hop was started? I don't even expect you to know the exact borough, South Bronx. Do you know it was started in New York? Yes. Do you know hip hop history? Have you listened to hip hop albums from back then to now and somewhat everything in between? Not all the albums, but have you listened to the different eras? Yes. Do you know hip hop? Do you think you know hip hop? Yes? Then speak on it. Like, stop acting like, oh, I'm a lowly white boy. I don't know. I can't speak on hip hop. I don't know anything. I can't speak on certain things. No, bro. As a white dude who's actually studied hip hop, you probably know more than a lot of black people in hip hop. And I make this point against Lil Yachty. I kind of contrast these two things against Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty came out and he said, I can't even name you 5 Biggie Smalls songs or Tupac songs. Can't even name them. But why is Lil Yachty's position in the culture never questioned? It's because he's black. You can't name 5 Biggie songs? That means your parents probably didn't listen to Biggie. You certainly didn't. Your friends didn't. People in your community didn't. You didn't go to cookouts to the park. There's so much that you didn't do to not be able to know 5 Biggie or Tupac songs. So are you from hip hop culture? But no one ever brings this up. It's like, again, it goes back to my point. Hip hop is kept on racial lines. It's not actually on who is from the culture. It's a racial thing. Because you can have a white dude who knows a lot about hip hop and who studied it. Sure, he's not black, so he can't fully relate to certain lyrics. But he's more qualified to speak on hip hop than a black dude who grew up in the hood but who doesn't know shit about hip hop. So if you know stuff, if you know about hip hop, don't feel because I'm just white and weak and I can't speak on him, bro. Speak on it. Speak on what you know.
Popular in his field.